What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Mike LaBelle. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, enjoy the festivities. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, you filthy animal. And it only seems right that we give you some filth. We've got a special tutorial today. It's an advanced skill move combination, and I want to make sure that this disclaimer comes out early, because you have to know that at home. This is not for the guys that don't know how to do a ball roll. You're unsure of how to do a body feint. You have no idea how to do a drag back. We're gonna take some steps forward. We're looking at a couple different skill combinations, and you're going to need a 5-star skiller. And this is what you're looking for, a way to break into the box, a new unique combination to get you into the right area of the virtual pitch. Like the video and comment below, what do you need ASAP, ASAP, ASAP. I'm in the midst of a move. If you can't tell, the setup looks different. It is unfinished. The audio might sound slightly different. We're working through everything. I've also been having issues with my camera or cameras, which is upsetting because if moving wasn't already stressful enough. But I appreciate you guys. I was not able to see my family over the holiday. Just so much happening in the world, and my parents have been very, very conservative throughout the pandemic, which I salute them for doing, and they're getting up there in age. So I did not want them to come to New York City, and then on the vice versa end, I didn't want to travel to them and potentially be the risk. But today, we're not talking about those concerns. We're gonna talk about the El Tornado into different flicks in the setup and how you're gonna bring this into your gameplay. Perfecto, perfection, gorgeous, easy on the eyes. Is it the most realistic setup or combination play? No. Is it better than when this was first introduced into FIFA, where people were hitting volleys from outside the box and they're whipping in crosses? Absolutely. Let's talk benefits. Unexpected, works against manual and AI defending. A lot of skill moves, they struggle. They don't get both of those. You get one or you get the other. Volley finishing in general, because we're going to be looking at a secondary flick, has been bumped. It's gotten a bit of an increase throughout the patches. And you have directional adjustment, not only with your initial setup with the El Tornado, but with the flick. That's a dynamic additional skill. You can go left, you can go right, over the head, bring it back, you can reset, you can recycle. There are more options with the flick, and it's very, very reactive. You can throw together multiple flicks, which you're gonna see in some of my examples, some of the breakdowns. Controls or requirements, you're gonna need a 5-star skiller. 4-star won't cut it, 3-star won't cut it, and so forth and so on. And in order to execute an El Tornado, the easiest way that I could describe it is you're holding L1 if you're on the PlayStation, LB if you're on the Xbox, and you're doing a Burba spin. So you're basically going up and then over. Does that make sense? You're going this way and that way and this way. It's pretty simple, and it's more about flick, 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 as opposed to a rolling motion. And after you've completed the El Tornado, the ball is now going to be in the air, and that's where you're flicking on the right analog stick, as you would do for any and every flick and trick. That's just pretty standard. It's more about being able to combine an entry-level skill or mid-air adjustment with a more advanced skill move. Let me give you the breakdown. Get your popcorn out. Get your notes together. Look at these hands. This is that Christmas special. To get started properly, we're gonna focus on what you're looking for on the defensive end, because I'm all about being able to use these skills, not just how to do them, but how to set them up. So in this position, we have Mbappe at the top of the box, and for yours truly, we got a manual defending matchup. And I do like to take on a manual defender when possible. And I'm gonna use the El Tornado, and it's basically flicking the ball this way. And then I'm gonna change direction and flick the ball back to the middle of the pitch. And it's gonna create something that is so easy on the eyes, that makes you smile. It makes you feel a certain type of way. So we're gonna have the El Tornado with Mbappe. But right here, this is what I'm talking about, you get a chance to react with the flick. And a lot of skill setups don't have this. So I'm looking at the defender, and now I can choose if I want to go this way or if I want to come back this way. And it's a bit of a 50-50. It's a guessing game, but this is where the flick becomes your best friend, and you get to kind of dictate what's happening, how it's happening, when it's happening, and what type of risk or lack thereof that you'd like to introduce on the virtual pitch. And you see the bounce, and you just get extra oomph, and then I celebrate. And all this footage that you're gonna see is from Foot Champs. I repeat, weekend league. We're not done. Let's run it back. We've got tons of space to work with. Bamba's gonna feed Mbappe. We're looking for that space. And I'm in this position again, where I have that 1v1 matchup. I've also got multiple attacking players. And anytime you have attacking players, you're just trying to freeze your opposition, which is very important, or to do the unexpected. And I want to keep this on repeat. I want you guys to learn this maneuver. You don't want to pull this out in the middle of the pitch. It just doesn't make sense. The risk to reward, the measurables do not align. It is edge work, inside the box, outside of the box, just barely on that edge. And you're popping it up and you're putting something into motion. And it works also against oppositions who park the bus. Because once you get a juggle streak started and you just forward juggle, they can't step in front of it. And they're going to struggle with switching players, especially if they're relying on the AI. Mbappe, we pull it back. Wait for the recycle. There it is. You could do it in different directions, as I said. And we're just attacking that space. 2 juggles forward. So it wasn't the initial skill move that we were able to set up or put into motion. We tried the baseline, but we recovered, and in order to have a quicker recovery, and I talk about this constantly, the difference between gold and elite, and even elite 3 and elite 1, consistent players is often how they handle small scenarios in these half margins or these tiny margins. But when you're analyzing the weekend league, your weekend league in particular, watch your gameplay back. When you play somebody that you feel is better than you, see how they're reading scenarios. Do those breakdowns. You could send me the footage. We have the FIFA school. I want to watch what's going on in your life. I can't see every single matchup and every single play. Send me the recap. Send me the summary. Send me the clips where you have questions. What should you have done? I believe wholeheartedly that everyone, any of you watching this video, can reach elite. You can work that into your gameplay. You can make the corrections. You can spend that additional time. You also have to build up a somewhat decent squad. I didn't say spectacular. I didn't say meta. I didn't say pay to win. But not everyone's going to reach elite 1 or higher. And that's still about your natural potential. And I've used this example before, but I could train as much as Messi or as much as Cristiano Ronaldo in football. Am I going to be as good as them? No, I don't have it. I don't have this gift. Messi is one of the most naturally gifted football players we have ever seen, if not the most naturally gifted footballer we have ever seen. I would never disrespect him like that and say, oh yeah, Messi and Mike and Messi, that's possible. It's not, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not selling false hope or false dreams. I sell reality, and we're gonna work out your self-belief. Didn't know this was gonna be a pep talk today. 3s, please, and maybe this is my favorite of the examples. João Felix is gonna get busy. And I do want to stress the importance of perspective. When you execute skills, the way that your player is facing will shift the controls to a certain degree because it's relevant to his perspective. And if you're brand new to skill moves in general, you haven't figured it out, you haven't mastered it, get into the arena. That gives you that first person view. After the arena, go into skill games. After skill games, go into online friendlies. So it doesn't hurt your record. You're unlocking objectives. It doesn't feel like you're wasting time, and you're able to learn new skills. It's not taken as serious. It won't be as sweaty. Make sense? You're welcome for the advice. I'm telling you, I teach this for a reason. We're gonna get our takeaway. Middle of the pitch. Herrera steps into the spot. João Felix. Once again, we've got a couple players behind me. I don't really have great support yet, but they're coming. But I'm gonna go with the El Tornado. It's gonna open my body up, and then I can make a decision as if I want to flick, and if I want to go into multiple flicks, which in this case you're gonna see a couple. 1, 2, and then you hit it. And you can't miss from there. He just carries it, and my opponent doesn't know what to do. Caught him off guard, and these are versus good oppositions. These are some of the better quality FIFA opponents, foot champs, top 20% easily of all the FIFA world. And you're able to put this into motion. It catches them off guard, and it's a combination that I feel will help many of you unlock some of the space within the box. Thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to drop some love. I'm looking forward to the comments if you have questions about this combination, blow it up, what you want to see next for tutorials and just different types of setups and tips. I'm here for you. I want to give you the goods right, left, and center. And I only wish your family health, wealth, and prosperity. And we'll have a lot more content coming out for you ASAP.